As we're still in the throes of that nasty Mercury retrograde, now we have a lunar eclipse coming?
Yes, just to add to the fun. A full moon.
What's it going to mean?
A full moon and a lunar eclipse. And this whole week builds towards that eclipse. And this is the companion eclipse, finishing off what was started at the solar eclipse that we had on the 1st 2 weeks ago. So
now, will we see it here in the Tampa Bay area?
Not much.
Okay.
Not as much as we would like.
Okay.
It's the solar eclipses you want to avoid. But this one is on the Virgo-Pisces axis, and eclipses always and full moons always bring matters to a climax one way or the other. So for Virgo, it has to do with them and their partnerships. The moon is in their 7th house of partners, and that means 2 things. Number 1, they either pick up a partner, solidify a partnership, or something with the partnership, or everybody starts yelling at the Virgo. It's kind of hard to tell which way it's going to go.
Uh-oh.
It depends on really how they've lived their life. And with Mercury retrograde in their sign, I'm thinking it's not going to be favorable for Virgo. For Libra, it is time for them to take a step back and regroup and to try and take a deep breath and figure out what they want to do, where they want to project their energy. The Jupiter is getting ready to enter their sign for the first time in 12 years. So they want to clear up debris that they've been dragging around for a while and have pretty much a clean slate so they can start over when Jupiter enters their sign. For Scorpios, it's time to reach for the brass ring. It's coming around, and you will literally find it within your grasp, and it's going to take the help of a group of people to get you, the Scorpio, what it is that you say that you want. For Sagittarians, 10th house of career and public standing, the most important thing for Sagittarians to realize is don't provoke any fights with the boss. Whatever comes down, say, okay, I'm good with that, because it's not the kind of thing that a Sagittarian can win, and they're likely to end up with more responsibility professionally. Not a lot of money, but more responsibility. Mm-hmm. The money will come later on. For Capricorn, this is a great eclipse to them. It's in the 9th house of the law. Legal matters, educational matters, important matters at a distance, contracts, negotiations, all go very, very favorably for the Capricorn, and they get a very, very good outcome with that. For Aquarians, it's about the money, and it's almost always about the money. But this is about the money, and it has to do with the resources that they share with other people. This is not about the Aquarians' earned income. It's about maximizing your existing resources, capitalizing on existing relationships, and really making your partner's income work for you, or your partner's money work for you, the Aquarian. For Pisces, it is in their 1st house of their physical self, and Pisces are normally, kind of reserved and kind of inwardly driven. We're not with this eclipse. This eclipse is going to make it really clear what their wants are and what their needs are. And that's hard for a sign that's represented by a creature that has no vocal cords. But they find their voice this coming week. For Aries, it's in their 6th house of work and responsibilities and 12th house of their own undoing. And they have to be really careful, number 1, not to criticize something, because if they do, they're going to get the job to fix it, and there's no money that goes along with it. It's more of a, you were the one that were complaining about it, so you get to fix that mess. So Aries have to be careful with that. For Tauruses, this is a great eclipse for them because something new comes to light that changes things, that allows their creativity out, that gives them a break, and allows them to genuinely enjoy themselves for the first time in probably 2 or 3 months, because they've just been running so ragged and doing so many things that this time it finally all settles down for them and they get to enjoy it all, which is a cool thing. For Geminis, it's in their 4th house of home and 10th house of career and public standing. And I'm a big fan of making sure that work doesn't take away from home. But this time for Geminis, work really does need to take precedence. And you really need to make sure that work comes first. And your family's not going to like it, but I think that the effort will be worth the outcome. And then for Cancers, it's in their 3rd house of day-to-day living, so the pace of their life is about to pick up. And they are probably going to get some sort of opportunity to increase their useful knowledge about the world. Not necessarily another degree, but some kind of certification is something that gives them a leg up on the other people that they are competing with. And then for Leos, I'm sure you want to know about them, it's about the money, and it's about show me the money. And actually, it comes out to be much more favorable than the Leo initially thought it was going to be. That there's more money than they thought, and whatever it is, it happens on Friday for them. So it's kind of a pleasant surprise because they haven't really been expecting it. So
Yahoo!
You got to like that with an eclipse. So that's tomorrow's news today for the 12 signs of the zodiac with the full moon and lunar eclipse on Friday, the 16th.
And we'll see you next week.
Always a pleasure, because then Mercury will be almost direct.
Yay!
Yay!